Good morning. Good morning. I hope this finds you safe and well because that's the most important thing. I'm speaking to you from our Scottish office, namely my sister's living room today for family reasons, but we are continuing to work normally during this crisis. So that's the main thing. Right. What we've got for you today is a really interesting thing. Now, you may remember last week I was saying, do not panic. Don't panic about what's happening with the 14th and 15th mandatory classification lists. 14th and 15th ATP to CLP not being brought into UK law and it being business as usual, basically. So I can confirm it is definitely business as usual, apart from two substances that are under review and may be altered in April. And the first one is titanium dioxide, and the second one is granulated copper. So use the published mandatory classification list, the Excel file. Don't dive too deeply into the technical reports because the technical report that was issued around this may have a few typos, which we will query with the HSE, obviously. But yeah, use the official MCL spreadsheet and keep using it up until the point it may change for titanium dioxide and granulated copper in April. Now, if that happens, obviously, we will let you know. So one of the things we do is explain about that in today's newsletter and also about why this whole situation rose up in the first place. Now, I'm going to put a little link below this video just now, which is to Article 3.3a of the European Union Withdrawal Act, because that's the bit that explains what was supposed to be brought into UK law on exit date. And yes, we know that the date was changed in 2020 and everything, but and what that actually says is, for the purposes of this Act, any direct EU legislation is operative immediately before IP completion date if, in the case of anything that comes into force at a particular time and is stated to apply from a later time, it is in force and applies immediately before IP completion date. And what that means is, were the 14th and 15th ATP applied? And the answer is no, they weren't. For example, the 14th ATP, it shall apply from the 9th of September 2021. And IP completion day was the 31st of December 2020. And similarly, the 15th ATP, it shall apply from the 1st of March 2022. So it's that interaction between the two sets of legislation, which is why the 14th and 15th ATP weren't pulled through. It's kind of the reverse of the situation we had under the when we had the Annex 8 to CLP being brought in accidentally. This is something that should have been brought in and hasn't been. But full marks to the HSE lawyers or whoever has spotted this because it's a really good catch. And obviously I'll put a link to, so you can subscribe to our newsletter archive and our newsletter so you can read all the gory details in there. Obviously, there's a lot more in today's email newsletter. One of the other things that's quite interesting is that ECHA have announced that their new website for chemical data is going to be up and running on the 30th of January, which isn't that long away. And they've done it through a LinkedIn post, which I'm just going to pop below this video now. There we go. And it's going to be its own website. They're going to start with the REACH registration dossier information, which you may remember has been on hold for updates for at least 6 months. And we'll just have to see several things, what the search function's like, how they keep it up to date. Is it more stable than the current big ECHA website? And probably most importantly, are they going to actually police that data and screen out stuff that is obviously rubbish and try and keep it a bit more up to date? Now, they've promised to do that with the update to the classification and labelling inventory, but we won't know about that for some time. So it's going to be interesting, and we will be following events closely and reporting back to you. So that's all the news side of things. You'll be thinking, never mind that, what about our reasons to be cheerful? And today it is the two Ronnies, the man who copies everything. Oh, sorry, who repeats everything. Sorry, just trying to type and talk at the same time. As you know, I'm not very good at that. And I will just grab that link there. Excuse me, pop it there. There we go. So whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a great day. And I look forward to chatting to you again next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye.